Greetings, my loves. I am back and I'm so happy to be here. I didn't think I was gonna go live on this beautiful wisdom app twice in one day, but apparently that's what's happening. So happy to be here, and I'm grateful to everyone who joins in this moment or in the future. Today we are going to be talking about something really juicy, but before we get into that, I just want to introduce myself. My name is ESAIA Mystic. I am a spiritual life coach, holistic wellness specialist, astrologer, and dark feminine embodiment guide. I am currently helping women to unleash and unravel all of the unhealthy, toxic, masculine and feminine energy they are holding on to in their energy field so that they can attract and create the love life that they desire and the relationships, the aligned relationships of their dreams, and ultimately the lifestyle of their dreams. So, welcome. If you are interested in being a part of my upcoming container, the Lilith Code, it is a 6-month dark feminine embodiment program teaching you exactly how to magnetize, attract, and receive all things abundance, all things love, all things alignment, especially in your relationship to the masculine. So if you're interested in being a part of that, go ahead and send me a message on Instagram letting me know that you would like me to save your seat, and we can hop on a call and talk about some of the blockages that you may have in your energy field that is keeping you in relationships, in situationships, in experiences that are not in alignment with your highest self and what your soul is really desiring to experience in this lifetime. So with that being said, I'll also talk about 3 ways that your life will completely change after you decide to be a part of the Lilith Code. And one of those ways is, number 1, you are going to completely step into your power, authority, and allure when it comes to your relationship to the masculine. And you will completely release all of the victimhood, all of the uncertainty, all of the feelings of unworthiness that is keeping you from using your voice, that's keeping you from knowing yourself truly and stepping into your power in relationship to the masculine. The second way that your life will completely change is you will know yourself on a much deeper and profound level. You'll understand the mechanisms of feminine energy, feminine embodiment, and you will intimately know the tools of feminine energy that keep you in divine alignment with who you really are and turn your magnetism completely on. Because the reality is, you guys, women specifically, and because of this, men have been affected, but women specifically have been intentionally brainwashed and conditioned to believe things that are so far out of alignment with who they truly are in this lifetime. And because of that deep embedded conditioning, a lot of women have subscribed to systems, relationships, things that really don't resonate with them on a deep and soul level. Yet they go along with it because that's just what's expected of them, and that's the norm. And what the Lilith Code is designed to do is to break the chains of what's normal around feminine energy and feminine embodiment. And it allows you to remember that you are the most powerful being on this planet. You can create whatever you want in this life. And when you understand and you remember your genetics, your coding, and your original blueprint, then all of the issues and all of the struggles that you are experiencing now just kind of disappear, because you remember and you step into your true divine feminine magnetism and essence. And so, you guys, the third way that your life will completely change after you decide to take the Lilith code is you will become extremely magnetic and extremely powerful in your life. You will begin to attract everything that you have planted within your subconscious or within your conscious mind. And all of those things will just start to flow in. No more effort, hard work, sacrificing, doing things that you think you need to do because somebody told you you had to do it to be worthy. You will begin to magnetize and attract the life that is aligned with actually who you really and truly are, and not what somebody else is conditioning or telling you to be, whether that is society, whether that is a man, or whether that is the crazy person in your head. Okay, so if you feel called to be a part of this magnificent council of women, then I suggest you send me a DM on Instagram. Let me know you would like me to save your seat. Early bird prices are ending on January 7th, and we are starting on February 22nd of 2020. So with that being said, I'm going to get into this juicy topic of that thing that you really need to release in order to attract the man of your dreams. Okay? And a lot of women believe that they cannot have the ideal man that they want because they have to be this, they have to do that, they have to be an equal, they have to be working and making as much money as him, they have to be working out, and they have to be fit just like him, they have to basically all of these imaginary rules and all of these imaginary things that you are subscribing to, that is keeping you from attracting the man of your dreams. And it's not your fault. It is everywhere, okay? The rise of patriarchy also infiltrated the rise of feminism. And so a lot of what was once feminine empowerment and gave us the right to speak up, that gave us the right to be heard, that gave us the right to sit at the table and have a voice, got switched up on us. And it turned into, well, you have to be a man just like men are men in order to be worthy. You have to embody these masculine traits. You have to embody masculine ways of thinking. You have to embody both, right? Being in your masculine energy and your feminine energy to actually get what you want. And if you don't do those things, the consciousness is, oh, well, who do you think you are? Oh, well, what makes you feel like you're worthy, right? Because I want to do things my way. As a woman, I want to do things my way, right? And so in my own experience, I had to throw away all of that stuff. I had to throw away all of those imaginary beliefs, had to throw away all of the rules and the things that I thought that I had to do and achieve in order to receive the man of my dreams, or the guy that I really wanted, or the relationship that I desired. I had to let all of that go. Okay? So you have to, number one, you have to release all of the belief systems that are insidiously, all right, insidiously being planted within the psyche of people through media, okay, the movies that you watch, the shows that you watch, okay, through social programming and social media, what everybody is agreeing with, right, what everybody thinks is okay, right, what's being socially validated. You have to let that go. And you also have to let go of the fear and the control that comes from that fear to allow this experience of pleasurable love, satisfying experiences with the masculine into your experience. Because if you do not, you will keep attracting men who are going to perpetuate these value systems, these belief systems, these programmings that are embedded within you. And it'll just only serve to basically validate your belief systems, right? So if you never address the subconscious things that you're believing in, the subconscious belief systems that you have, and you never say, okay, I need to let this go, then guess what? Then you're going to start to use your experiences to validate the reality. And you're going to start to say, well, men don't do stuff like this. Or, well, this type of stuff doesn't happen. Or you'll probably even make it a moral thing where if you were to behave, right, truly tap in and behave as the original and true woman that you are, that it would somehow be morally unjust because women shouldn't do that. That's not right. Or women shouldn't act like that. That's not right. There's all of these imaginary rules around your feminine energy, your darkness, your mystery, right? And when you do that, it takes away from your power. It takes away from your allure. It takes away from what makes you so magnetically unique, and it takes away from ultimately what's going to call that man to you, right? And that man that you want is never going to be able to find you because you have not addressed and you have not admitted to yourself that I need to let this go. What's in my mind, what's in my heart. And sometimes they are not conscious things, right? Actually, I would say most of the time they are not conscious things that we can say, oh yeah, I can see that, can take it out, can get rid of it. They're subconscious. And how are you able to see and understand your subconscious energy? That's gonna come through seeing where you get triggered emotionally, where emotionally you go up and you go down, right? That's gonna let you know what your subconscious is holding on to and the belief systems that you have that are going against the true desires of your innate nature. Okay, so when we talk about the subconscious, we're also talking about that water, okay? Listen to my previous episode, okay, where I talked to you guys about how your soul is a divine reflection of the element of water, and water represents the feminine. It is completely yin. It is completely feminine. So when you understand that your subconscious is linked to your primal nature, to your soul essence, to the blood running through your veins, and the genes that make up who you are, then you can say, okay, I understand who I am. I understand what my needs are. Okay, I see where I'm getting triggered emotionally. I see where the blocks are coming up. I see what it is that I really want for myself, but I am not allowing for myself because I am holding on to habits. I'm holding on to conditioning that doesn't align with those things. So that's where you have to start. You have to start by saying, okay, I'm ready and I'm open to releasing this conditioning. So let's talk about the fear that comes up. And this is a big one because our entire, collective humanity, I would say, within the matrix runs off of fear and control. And if you guys are really interested in decoding a lot of where all this fear comes from, it comes from what I like to call predatory masculinity. And predatory masculinity is something that has infiltrated both the minds and hearts of men and women all over the globe. And if you're interested in understanding how to decode and release predatory masculinity from your energy field, I have a free 4-day Lilith Code mini course that you can sign up for. Just go to my Instagram or my YouTube channel. The link is in my description, and sign up for that. You will receive the consistent videos teaching you how to let go of these predatory masculine programs that are keeping you in a state of fear. And this state of fear is causing you to feel like you need to control what you attract, control what you receive, control your experiences. Now, can you control other people, and do you attempt to control people, the men that you end up in relationships with? Yeah, that can come out that way too, but I don't like to focus on that, because a lot of relationship coaches, feminine energy coaches, whatever, they like to say, well, women, we can get controlling sometimes, right? Or women are controlling. And what I like to do is I like to get to the root, because we weren't born wanting to control people. We weren't born with this fear embedded in us. There is something that was programmed into us that says, I need to operate in this way to be safe. I need to operate in this way to feel secure. I need to operate in this way to substitute the lack of sacred masculinity that I feel in my heart, that is present in my life. That's the reason why this fear and perspective or experience of control starts to come up. So what we want to do when we are calling in the man of our dreams is we want to understand that we are in some way holding on to a fear that we will never be able to experience the relationship that we want to have in our life, that we will never be able to attract the ideal man that we want for ourselves in our life, and that we have to sacrifice, we have to compromise, we have to change a part of ourselves, we have to do all these different things, we have to be equally yoked, right? They use a lot of terms now to just continue to brainwash you, to make you feel like you have to do all of these different things to be worthy. Let me tell you something. You were born worthy. You were born worthy. You were born worthy. All you need to do is remember the key to that worthiness. And so I'm going to give you guys an example of how this kind of fear can come up that will block you from calling in the man of your dreams and put you in a kind of place of feeling like you need to control things so that this man can show up. So I was recently having a conversation with a really, really good friend of mine, and she was telling me about her sister and how her sister is very, very, very particular. She's very, very precise, and I guess you could say picky when dating, when she's being approached by men, and she's dating, and she's out, and she's online dating, whatever it is. She's very particular. And I said, yeah, that's really good. I actually agree that women should be very particular. It's actually in our nature to be particular and very specific about what it is that we want in a man. And she said, well, yeah, but I mean, it's almost like she's so picky that every guy that comes that even like maybe meets her qualifications, she's unsatisfied. Like, there's this theme of dissatisfaction and distaste. And so I said to myself, okay, I understand what the issue is here. So the issue is that, yes, you want to be particular and you want to be specific when calling in this man that you desire. However, if you are particular, if you are picky, if you are specific, and it doesn't feel good, then you are not in alignment with attracting this man. You have to absolutely be in a state of feeling amazing with your particularness. You have to think about this man. When you are writing the list of all of the things that you want in this man, you have to feel so good about this list. You have to feel him, right? And you have to feel how good it feels to be picky. However, my friend, her sister that she was telling me about, just by listening to her telling me her situation, I could tell that she was being very picky and very, very specific in a way that was disconnected from her true feminine energy. She was being picky and specific in an energy of, I need to protect myself. I need to guard myself. I'm being picky because I'm not safe if I'm not picky. I'm being picky because I don't want to go through what I went through again, or I'm being picky because I don't feel safe just relaxing in all of this. I don't feel safe just receiving and allowing this guy to show up. And that is where you will repel him every single time. That is where he will be turned away every single time. And this is the thing that you're going to have to really release and let go of, is being so attached to this fear that you have. And that, like I said, it's not your fault that you have it. It's been programmed into you by society, by the matrix, by your parents, by your friends, whoever it is, right? And maybe even yourself. Maybe nobody's even perpetuating this belief in you, but you have this morality that says, I can't live like this because it's not right. Okay, you need to differentiate morality from your deep and soulful awareness of self, from your deep and soulful awareness of what you truly want and need out of life. And that is when the doors begin to open. When you begin to let that fear and that attachment to these different predatory masculine energies that are living within your energy field that you have probably no clue are there, once you sift through that, once you allow that to fall away from you and do that, right? sign up for the mini course, the Lilith Code 4-day mini course. It's free, absolutely free. Go through that, release all of those programs, and then say, okay, I remember now that I am woman. I can create anything into my life, into my reality, and that includes the man of my dreams. I remember one day I was having a conversation with my father, and I was much younger at the time, and I was still coming out of college, and I was telling him, I said, women are so powerful. I just know it. This was the beginning of me really wanting to learn more about the psyche and the magnetism and magic of being a woman. And so I'm talking to my dad in such passion and vigor, and oh my gosh, women are so powerful. They're so amazing. They're so this, they can do anything. And he was like, oh, well, if they're so powerful, why do they always have so many problems with men? And after he said that, I just laughed, and I thought to myself, I was like, that's a good question. And after he asked that out loud, I really wanted to know the answer to that. And over time, Spirit brought the answer to me, and Spirit showed me what it meant to be a woman. Spirit showed me the things that have happened to women over eons and eons across time. Spirit showed me that women are the key and the divine portal to all of life's miracles, magic, mysticism, abundance, pleasure, transformation. Spirit also said to me that there is something here. There is a presence here and on this earth, in this time, that does not want to see woman in her full flowering, in her full beauty, in her full magnetism, and in her full power. And that energy and entity has done a lot of things, not only to the bodies of women, the psyche of women, the minds of women, but to the people, the cultures, the primordial essence and energy that women used to be worshipped by and worshipped from, right? Indigenous communities all over the world, societies, were predominantly matriarchal, and it was for a reason. So I want you guys to understand that this really is a lot deeper than just talking about relationship issues and why isn't he calling you back, and why isn't this happening in your love life. It's about the resurrection of you in your soul essence, in your true primordial genetics of what it means to be the original woman, that brings and ignites the sacred and divine masculine into your existence, and also into the being of all of our realities. Because right now, what we're seeing today is a product of predatory masculinity, is a product of a distortion of feminine energy, right? Women have been programmed to be meek, to be docile, to be very Venusian, right? Very balanced, loving, caring, sensual, pretty, right? what about the predominant feminine energy on the planet, which has, some Venusian energy, right? It has some Venus in there. But what about the earth? What about the earth's feminine energy? Because the earth is a feminine planet. And so they've used Venus to say, this is our feminine energy. This is the predominant feminine energy. And I believe that's because it was in their benefit to do so. And so what I want you all to do is to remember that we are living on Earth. And the Earth has a heartbeat. The Earth is connected and living and speaking through every single one of us. But divinely, dark feminine goddess, you are her reflection. You are her portal. You are what brings life and creation into her existence. And so when you remember that and that process, right? And that process has so much to do with those waters, you guys. I'm going to go back to the waters, because the waters are the emotions that you feel on a day-to-day basis. And the masculine energy is what gives those emotions a container to either live and thrive abundantly, or to become stagnant, ill, infested, toxic, all of those things. But it's not our design to wait for and depend on the masculine to create that container for us. It is our responsibility to go within our hearts and remember that there is living and breathing masculine force within us all. And we can activate that. We can activate that energy, and we can call that sacred masculine energy. We can connect to him because he is us, right? And I talk about this a lot when I talk about twin flames and all of that, and the illusion of twin flames that's being promoted right now. I'll get into that in another session. But this is the epitome of that. So you remember how to call in the man of your dreams when you remember that your desire to call in the man of your dreams is your desire to experience sacred masculinity in your own energy field, to experience sacred masculinity in your own experience of life, and to know that this energy is present with you at all times. And what you need to do is not to focus on what you need to do and how you need to become this and how you need to become that. I can give you plenty of examples of women who are in no way, shape, or form equally yoked to the man that they attracted. And yet they attracted him. And yet they attracted this man of their dreams. Right? Because what people think of as equally yoked is not equally yoked. Because as a woman, I am not a man. And as a man, you are not a woman. We have different lanes, different energies, different spheres of operating. But we can come together, and yes, we do have a little bit of each energy within us. So a good example of this is I'm thinking about a time where I was speaking to a couple of family members in the kitchen, and we were speaking together, and they were gossiping about something, and I was there listening at the time. I don't engage in gossiping conversations anymore, unless it's positive gossip, okay? But that was a few years ago, and they were talking about how Lisa Bonet got married to this millionaire guy, right? I think it was it was Jason Momoa at the time. So Lisa Bonet married Jason Momoa, and they were talking about how, you know, she's always marrying these rich guys. Uh-oh. That's an Amber Alert, y'all. What is that? Okay, sorry about that. It was Amber Alert on my other phone. So they were saying that Lisa Bonet, she keeps marrying all of these rich guys, and she keeps marrying up. That's what they were saying. She keeps marrying up. And they were saying how, you know, in a tone that was like, oh, how unfair of her to marry up, you know, how greedy of her to keep marrying, you know, guys who are millionaires. And mind you, when Lisa Bonet met Jason Momoa, he was not a millionaire. I believe she was the one who was way more well off than him. But the situation reminded me, right? Or the conversation they had reminded me that there is no love marrying up, right? There is no I'm marrying someone who's better than me. You are always going to be with someone and attract someone who is a match to you, who is a perfect match to you and where you are at vibrationally. And so that has nothing to do with how much you go to the gym, how much you work hard on your business, how much you, whatever it is that you're doing, right? It has nothing to do with that. Your beauty and your prosperity and your magnetism comes from you aligning and knowing who you are and what you're worth vibrationally. And these vibrations have so much to do with this water. So my loves, if you want to attract the man of your dreams, you really have to let go of thinking that you need to be made out of the same cloth as this man. And you need to start remembering the beauty of who you are already in this moment. Let go of all of that conditioning and all of those lies, and step into the remembrance that it is how you feel about yourself that is going to call this man into your life. How you feel when you are thinking about a relationship with a man is really important too. How you feel when you think about love is really important too. How do you feel when you are sitting down imagining this perfect guy, or just even a scenario, right, of being in love or being in a relationship? I want you to really take note of how every experience you are having, how all of these things make you feel. And I also want you to start to look around in your reality and start to take note of all of those things that you see that make you feel really good about a relationship, about being in sacred union, about being with this man that you really, really would enjoy to experience. Once you can connect and remember that it is your emotions and your vibrational state that is going to call this man in, not all of these, checklists. And also, it's also not about how specific you get on paper. You have to feel good. Whether you are being general about what this man looks like, and especially if you are being specific, you want to feel good about it. And when I say good, I don't mean I feel good about it, I mean, oh my gosh, this would just just makes you want to do all kinds of weird noises and stuff because it feels that good. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of good. So, my loves, this has been a wonderful chat. I'm so glad and I'm grateful for everyone who's joined and decided to be a part of this discussion. My name is ESAIA Mystic. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Clubhouse. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you feel called. If any of what I have said has resonated with you, and if you are ready to step into aligned and pleasurable relationships with the masculine, if you're ready to step into your power as a goddess and the original woman, then I suggest you send me a DM. Let me know that you're interested in being a part of my 6-month container, the Lilith Code, and I will see you guys on the inside. So thank you so much for being a part of this chat. If anybody would like to say something or add something, now's the time to request to be a guest. And if not, then I'm going to end this chat here. So thank you so much once again. My name is ESAIA Mystic, and I will see you guys in my next chat. Okay, peace.